And now we get another presentation here from one Sam Dixon, which I'm going to
Yes, a presentation that I definitely created myself and
that you
know
definitely
exactly
created
what it looks
yourself.
like.
Sam messaged me like 10 minutes ago and said, Here's my list of games if you want to get the videos ready." I'm like, I'm gonna do you one better, and I'm going to create a
Oh, I thought Sam put out a Fiverr at like
yeah.
5 minutes before the show and was waiting for this to be ready.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
hey,
it's
this is my list, and I definitely know what that acronym is in the center there.
Gotti
GOTY, you
out
know, he
here.
did that song.
Yes,
Everyone-
Yeah, game of
actually,
the it's GOTY of
Gibra
the
is a
year,
great
duh.
artist. Anyways, so before we get to okay,
No,
Okay, well-
it.
great. I mentioned an honorable mention slide, but we're gonna have two categories of honorable mentions. One is the I played for an hour and then something happened and I put it on the back burner and haven't gotten to it yet. And that would be Neon White Tunic and Cult of the Lamb. Great games. And then games that didn't quite make this list for various reasons. Elden Ring, as has been talked about. Ollie Ollie World. Which the reason it didn't make
I
the
forgot
list
about that.
is I played it on Switch, and that ain't the game. You need to play that on an Xbox, and I recently purchased it there, and let's hope it makes it on next year's list. So it very well might. But yeah, oh, and also the Steam Deck, because it's the Steam Deck, and it both satisfied that itch of needing to tinker with something constantly and be mad when you tinker with it, it doesn't work the way you want it to. And also reminded me that the Wii U is still the superior console to everything that's ever come out.
Good point.
Woof.
So, with that being said, let's actually get into my list with a great controversial fourth pick. Hey,
Good.
It certainly is.
Yeah, certainly good. Thank you, Taylor Bliss.
let me
Really? Was it on your list, Zach?
It's still really good. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's really good. Bugs and all. Honestly, they didn't have to fix it for me. I would have.
They're called
still
Pokemon,
played
not
it to
bugs.
completion. There's plenty of bugs out there too. But I had a great time. I know that GOTY Metal Gear Survive. That's on honorable mentions, to be honest.
There
Too,
you
but
go.
it didn't come out this year. Let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, I have a partner who's also very interested in Pokemon. They are 2 Pokemon away from having a complete dex at this point.
Jesus.
Yeah, it also helps that I wanted to play Violet, but of course I had to play Scarlet. With the thing that doesn't use his wheels to ride, or to drive.
yeah, he's
which is-
just galloping.
Yeah, maybe the most wild thing about that. Grass starter superior as always. There's a trainer who built like me in every Pokemon game leading up to this one, which is just an EV team, a complete EV team. So love that. And I just generally had a good time. It basically took the sort of open world that Arceus had kind of flirted with and, made it more expansive, maybe to its own detriment. Allowed you to tackle things your own way, sort of ish. But I just had a good time, and that's really all you can ask for in a great Pokemon game. So I probably won't make it to the complete decks, but I have completed the main storyline and still working on some of the post-game content. So
Why did you choose Scarlet over Violet?
Oh no, I wanted Violet, but my partner said I had to take Scarlet. So,
Interesting.
yeah, so Scarlet it was. Honestly, it had the better exclusive Pokemon, I think.
Yeah.
Regardless, so that's number 4. I know, controversial take, but number 3, a game that everybody forgot probably came out this year, Ghostwire Tokyo. Another Bethesda game that will probably be making its way onto the Xbox later in a couple months. Just a great open world to kind of move around in. It's not necessarily difficult or
I can't wait to play this on Game Pass.
Challenging. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The story is really good. It's nice to see like 2 bros like become better bros over the course of the game. Like start off as enemies, turn into frenemies, and then just become bros. And you'll get it if you play the game. I don't know.
Enemies turn to lovers.
It's just well, I don't know. It's not that far, but the side quests are very good. They're very good at being like, go to this location, finish it, and then that's it. You're not like running across the whole map to do things. The collectibles are very interesting. There's the merchants or cats, so you can't go wrong with there. Powers are cool, but honestly, they could have done more with them. But a solid game, and yes, as you mentioned, more than likely going to be on Games Pass coming shortly. So definitely worth a check out when it comes to that. So boop, if you could move my slide. Hey, remember when I said we'd see this again? What is that?
I can't believe it.
Still don't know how to pronounce it. Anybody else want to take a stab at it?
Lunistus.
That's my best guess. And you love a trailer that doesn't pronounce it for you, so
it's Lunischi.
It is not.
And it's absolutely not.
Lunistica.
But a very solid game. I haven't really messed around with too many of the characters because I've been trying to just S-class so I can get the most out of the story. But man, a great, like, I've got 15 minutes to burn, which turns into the, well, I'll just do one more run, which turns into the, I've been playing this for 2 hours, holy crap. So great game.
Yeah, Stefan, we talked about that whenever you weren't here.
Highly recommend it on Switch and PC. And again, it's $5. Like, if you've got a Steam Deck and you like platformers, do yourself a favor and check it out. And then boop, next slide here. Hey, a game that technically came out last year but ended up on Games Pass. I guess I have to repeat this every year, but if somebody would like to fill it in for me, what do I look for most in video games?
Funny stuff.
Funny stuff.
I genuinely don't know, Sam. I'm sorry.
Movement.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say next.
Yeah.
That was my third guess.
I've said so often on this podcast that movement.
That's why he likes. That's why he likes racing games. That's all.
Movement really defines whether I'm going to like or love a game. And Deathloop again just takes what Dishonored already proved was very good. And just expanded it and twisted it a little bit for Deathloop. Plus, it's also, it's a great game that, you're basically given the ability to just end the game day one if you wanted to. Not technically. There are some limitations to that, but, it allows you to sort of brute force your way into finding solutions that they never intended you to do it. Although, obviously, maybe in some way they did intend you to do it, but you can stumble across things just by, like, a lot of times if you're used to that sort of like Deathloop, Dishonored, running away from a situation you've caused by accident, you'll just end up in a building, you're like, what's that? And it's like a clue to the the guy you've been ignoring because you haven't found any information on how to take him out. But yeah, again, with the sort of, if you want to be stealth, you can be completely stealth. Obviously, you have to murder in this game, since that's the crux of escaping the island. But you can be stealthy, but when things go awry, you can use the tools and knowledge you have of maps to able to get out of it. Some people are kind of hit or miss on the whole having another human come into your game and possibly wreck your run. Especially if you've been sort of
I wonder why.
at the end of the day. And there's the get good mentality. And I think the honest answer of that is you need to experience being that side to understand how it works, so then you can defend against it better. And I don't think people kind of understood that in that meta. And it's just honestly a funny written sort of like.
I knew it.
Yeah, I knew it. It's interesting, like sort of like the idea of loss and how we commit to ideals and how that can lead to our own destruction and the destructions of others. Where I played it, even though I do own it on PS5 also, is Games Pass. Another one, it's now Microsoft owned, so it's probably going to be there for a while. But if you've got like, I think it's like only like an 8-hour game, but just check it out. I know it's from last year. Don't criticize me.
It's wild. It's wild that absolutely none of the advertising for this game showed you how funny this game was.
Mhm.
No, it took itself very serious in all the commercials and advertising and all that stuff. But like, you know, the sort of like insanity that goes on with these characters for experiencing this for so long or believing they've been in this for so long, it's wild.
Yeah.
And just little side quests and stories you can find that they, you know, Arcane and they always hide in these games, and just great. Yeah. So that's it. Unless I have a mystery slide at the end.
Nope, you do not.
Nope. That's it.